Hey everybody, this is Gilmore, agency transformation coach and founder of Niche in Control, creator of Leverage for Growth.
And I'm Lucas James, founder of Twiz.io, which scaled from $0 to $200,000 a month with my own agency.
We are the hosts of Leverage for Growth podcast agency leverage episodes. We know that in order to scale your agency successfully, there are multiple shifts that need to happen within the founder's mindsets, skill sets, and leadership styles. We are on a mission to interview marketing and PR agency owners on their journey to 6, 7, and 8 figures and leverage the lessons from their journey to save you time, energy, and money in order for you to get your agency to the next level. If you find value in these episodes, watch the case study video to learn more about Leverage for Growth and how we successfully scale agencies quickly at nicheincontrol.com/case study. That's nicheincontrol.com/case study. You are now listening to Leverage for Growth. Hey everybody, this is Jesse P. Gilmore, founder of Niche in Control and creator of Leverage for Growth. Welcome to the Agency Leverage Edition. Today, I am here with Ashley Busbee, the Vice President of TC Squared Marketing and Advertising Services, an advertising agency committed to an omni-channel approach. We see the customer through each phase of the purchasing journey. Thanks for coming to our show today.
Thank you, Jesse.
Absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about the history and background of the agency?
So yeah, my boss, Tina Clark, started the agency in 1999, April 1st, as a matter of fact. So we just had our 24th birthday, and she started out small, a handful of clients, and grew the business organically. A lot of long-standing relationships with our clients. Some of them have actually been with us since the beginning, which is really cool. And she had a creative person and a billing person when she started, and now we have 6 employees and quite a few more clients, and still growing.
Awesome. And when did you become a part of the agency?
So I came to TC Squared from the NBC affiliate down in Charleston, South Carolina. I was one of Tina's TV reps, and she hired me away. And that was in 2017. As a matter of fact, today is my 6-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Lots of anniversaries in April.
Awesome. And then you had talked about a lot of growth over the last 6 years since you've been a part of it.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about what the agency was like when you first started and then kind of where it is today?
So when I first started, Tina was still doing all the media buying herself, and she's very efficient in what she does. But we started to take on some larger accounts once I came on as kind of almost a dedicated salesperson, and it became too much for her to manage all of that media. Plus, she had some account executive duties as well because she was the agency principal. And so we brought on a media buyer, which allowed us to purchase media more efficiently with someone just dedicated to that. Obviously, we are one of those agencies that we believe in buying the ratings books. We have a buying software. It's changed over the years as we've grown. The software has changed, and we've added things as we've needed them. And that was really big for our growth. We needed to be able to kind of evolve and hire in order to grow more.
Mm-hmm. And throughout the journey to where you are right now, you talked a little bit about like even doubling the size of 3 to 6 employees and so
Correct.
forth. What are some of the things that you've learned throughout that whole process, like from hiring or from operations or from the sales?
Oh gosh, there's so much. One is the biggest thing I think to remember as an agency principal, and Tina brought me on because she is nearing the point of retirement, and I will be taking over the company, is understanding that staff dreams and the employees' dreams are not necessarily your dreams. So that's a really hard pill to swallow because you get attached to your team, especially when it's a small team, and sometimes they do move on. And it stings a little bit, but hopefully they do it the right way, and everybody stays cool with one another, and you can leave that door open for that talent to come back. I think the other thing that I've learned has been that you don't want to grow too fast. You have to know, and this was a really tough one for me because I was a seller. And when you come in as into an agency from a media sales position, um, you don't really realize, like, you're trained as a media seller to sell, hit that number. And when you get into this world, it's a lot more careful growth. You have to be careful with your growth. You have to make sure the clients are going to pay their bills, because you don't want to get into trouble with that, because that's how you get paid. And then the other thing that I've really had to learn is when to say no to a client. And it goes back a little bit to that growth. But knowing when a partnership with a client just is no longer a good one, and that your values don't fit what they're doing or what they're asking you to do. And knowing your values and being strong in your values is really important in our industry, I think. A lot of people can take that a lot of different ways. For me, it's an ethical thing, being very ethical. So learning to convey those ethics into my day-to-day and interaction with clients has been a big time growth for me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So there's a lot of things that you just touched on.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's perfect. You talked about good communication with your clients and making sure that there's an alignment of values, and also an alignment from an organizational and an employee standpoint, being able to have that alignment. Would you say that is something that you would tell maybe somebody that is just starting off in an agency, based around alignment, make sure that if you're going in a direction, you're kind of aligned both from an internal employee standpoint and also clients?
Yeah, I would say, having a high moral standard in this industry is the number one factor for success. And when I say a moral standard, I don't necessarily mean, oh, this is the nonprofit that I'm passionate about. I mean, when you take someone's money and they give it to you to spend, you have to spend it as if it's your own, in a sense that you're responsible with those dollars, that you are ethical with those dollars. You're not going to do anything that would jeopardize your client's brand or presence. But also know that sometimes they'll ask you to do things like beat up the stations for a discount, or try to go after a competitor on Google, which you absolutely can do, but make sure you educate that client in the ramifications of what they're asking you to do. And ethics, and having those strong ethics is important.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now, you had talked about taking over the agency, and obviously that's something that's coming up in the future. But what are you excited about, over the next 1 to 3 years? What are you working on? What are you excited about?
Gosh, we are looking at office spaces right now, and I'm so excited about it. We have been in a small office for the last, 10 to 15 years. And we're looking at doubling the size of the office and getting kind of a really cool space. And I have in my mind that it's going to have all this awesome exposed brick and natural light. And that's turning out to be so much harder to find than I thought it would be. But that's the goal. And being able to have a place where we can film some stuff, that's important to me. But also being able to bring in clients, hopefully bigger clients, because I want to start pitching bigger accounts, and being able to bring those folks in, as well as our current client base, to see the space and have meetings there and entertain them there.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Sounds exciting.
It is.
Well, cool. Well, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you, or do you have any offers for them that they could take advantage of?
Yeah, we offer a free consultation at TC Squared. We'll come in, analyze your media, analyze what you're doing, give it a really good long hard look, and tell you, is there a place where we feel like you can do better? I always tell people that there are no guarantees, so we don't make any promises outside of that. Consultation is free, and that we will have an opinion about what you're doing. So that's what we offer to folks. as a free consultation.
Cool. Awesome. And for anybody that's listening, you can connect with TC Squared, and I have the URLs in the show notes. And Ashley, it's been awesome talking with you today.
Awesome talking with you too, Jesse.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Agency owners, if you want to transform your agency to sustain and grow without your direct involvement, where you can stop working in the business and switch to working on the business, where you can regain control of your time, delegate effectively, get paid what you're worth, and have your team run the day-to-day, go to nicheincontrol.com/case study right now to learn more about Leverage for Growth. You can book a free strategy session with us to look at your systems, understand what needs to be done in order for you to scale, and get a free strategic plan for the next year to live the life of entrepreneurship that you've always dreamed about. Go to nicheincontrol.com/case study. That is nicheincontrol.com/case study now.